for a woman to know how to cook, and I'm going to be sharing with you my very treasured bacon recipe. Today we are going to be making BLTs, but this bacon is really great with Brussels sprouts, breakfast, with eggs and pancakes, anything of the sorts that you can think of with bacon. This maple glazed bacon with cayenne pepper is to die for. Everyone will love it, trust me. First, you want to take out a baking sheet, and we are going to be broiling it in the oven. You can do it on the stove top, but I find that broiling it is best. You put bacon in the baking sheet, then you pour 100% maple syrup. Just drizzle it all over the bacon. Nice little drizzle just to cover everywhere all over the bacon. Then you take cayenne pepper and just a little bit of cayenne. You don't want too much, unless you do. You want some really spicy bacon, but just a little bit will do. Cayenne doesn't just make it spicy, but it has a flavor to it, which I really like. Set the timer to broil and put the bacon in there, and you're gonna wait about 10 minutes, but you wanna keep checking on the bacon because it's just, within a minute, you can either burn it or it's not cooked enough. So just really keep an eye on it. Depends on your oven, but broil should really work. Give it about 10 minutes. And keep an eye on it. While we're waiting for the bacon to cook, we're gonna prepare the rest of the sandwich. We're making a BLT, so it's gonna be bacon, lettuce, tomato, but I also like to include some fresh mozzarella, which just melts along with the bacon. I normally prefer a nice, large, big tomato, but this is what I'm dealing with today. You also want a nice large piece of mozzarella. I'm going to try to cut it the long way so I can get it to look like large slices. Some lettuce. And the timer went off for the bacon, but it's not done quite yet. I'll show you exactly what it looks like when it's done, but few more minutes. And it looks like the bacon is done. And let me show you what it looks like. As you can see, the bacon isn't burnt. You may see some of the maple syrup that has crystallized around it, but that's okay. Usually my bacon has more of a layer of fat. The bacon itself is not burnt at all. It almost looks undone, but it's not. It's just kind of caramelized. So let it sit in that bacon grease and the maple a little bit, and that's what makes it buttery. And it'll just soak in all the maple, and the bacon will soak in the fat. And the trick is to leave the bacon in the pan for a few minutes. Let it cool with the bacon grease. You're gonna want to toast some bread real quick, and I like to use 12-grain bread. Some whole wheat bread, something like that. It's usually really good. If you prefer white, that's fine, but 12 grain, I recommend it. It's really good. You want the toast slightly toasted, not too much, just a tiny, tiny little bit, and then we're gonna put a thin layer of real mayonnaise on it. All real, no light, no fat, real mayonnaise. Then you put the bacon on the bread. And if you get some dripping grease from this bacon, that's really good. You want to include that right in there. You're gonna wanna soak up all that grease on this bread, trust me. Now what you want to do is put the mozzarella on top of the bacon so that it gets a little melty on there. Sprinkle a little onion. You don't want too much onion. Again, bigger tomatoes are better, but this is what I'm dealing with today. Then you put some salt and pepper. Cracked pepper is the best. And there you have it, a fabulous BLT that I promise you will impress.
Backer.